Hello, Leo, and welcome to your Love Month reading. This is Jade with Yes, Yes, Yes. Thank you so much for coming to my channel. I've been really enjoying my time with you. This has been great. First, let me give a shout out to all of you who have liked and shared and subscribed. I really appreciate it. All of your feedback has been really helpful. So if any of this is resonating, I'd love to hear from you how this is working in your life. And if you are feeling so inclined, hitting that button is so helpful. So just hitting the like button is great. I really appreciate that. So Leo, let's see what's going on for you. We're going to do a special spread today. We're going to start with the Romance Angels. We'll get our overall card. Then we're going to use the Mystical Lenormand deck, and we'll look at the path between the masculine and the feminine. And then we'll finish up with the Line Strider deck because I want to see more of the energies that are at play. So all the information of the decks is in the box below, as well as if you're interested in doing a personal reading, my website information is also linked in the box below. So let's get started. All of the cards have been pre-shuffled, and I was meditating on your energy. So let's see what is here for Leo. February for Love Month. This is your love reading, Leo. What is our overall energy? Ooh, past life relationship. You have known each other before. Okay. So this could be from this actual lifetime, and everybody changes in life. But this can also be from a lifetime, centuries ago. I believe that we make contracts with each other, soulful family even. So it doesn't even have to be like a relationship. Sometimes you meet someone and they just feel like family, and it's not somebody you're related to. So past life relationships are, people that you recognize a similar vibration in each other. So what we're working with here, Leo, in February, is that there's a past life relationship that if you're in currently, that's what we're going to be talking about. Or if you're asking for a new relationship to come in, this is going to be some of the flavor of that relationship coming in. All right. So we'll leave that here. I want to see what is the path between the masculine and the feminine for February 2019 for this past life relationship. Okay. So let's see where this journey begins for Leo. Okay. So I'm just going to be laying these out, looking for the masculine and the feminine card, and that is when we'll start the reading. So there's the feminine. Then we have the ship and the stars and the sun. Ooh, I like these cards anyway. We have the dog and the house and the stork. The key, and that is the book. The cross and the anchor. The paths, the tree, and then we have the birds. The fish, the scythe, the tower, and the ring. Hopefully I made enough space here. The clover, the rider, and the snake, the moon, and then there's the masculine. All right. So I'm going to be honest here, Leo. There's a lot of path between the feminine and the masculine here. There's quite a bit of movement that has to happen, okay? Now, what that means is that you've got a lot going on, and so does your masculine. And to meet each other, the meeting point is going to be somewhere here in the middle here, okay? So I'm going to talk a little bit about the feminine and what's going on in the feminine's world. We'll talk about the meeting point, and then we'll talk about the masculine, what's going on in the masculine, and then we'll move on to the Line Strider deck. So for the feminine, there's a lot of great energy up here for the feminine. There is some movement, some travel. I was feeling like this might be work-related, home-related, friendship even. So for the feminine, your life looks pretty good, okay? You've got your house, you've got friends, you've got work that might send you, you might be traveling for work. Everything that you've kind of been wanting in life, you have manifested. Everything except that relationship, okay? That's the relationship. That's the key that you want, okay? And you really want to learn, and it's kind of like, feminine, what you feel like is that um, you have to understand relationship in the mind in order to conquer it, in order to really get it, okay? And the truth is that that's not really how relationship works. We want to we have to feel through it, and it's not, you can't perfect the experience by learning about it ahead of time. There's no perfecting the experience anyway. What really is it's just experiencing it. So what I'll advise for you, feminine, is that if you are holding yourself back from being in relationship because you really want to understand it, you want to be the best, and I get it. You want to be the best in relationship. You want to win at relationship. And so you feel like it's something that you have to study to get ahead of time. But the truth is, you just have to you have to get into it, you have to get dirty, it's going to get messy, and we learn through that experience, okay? So no matter how much of life you are winning at, relationship is totally different. And the key is that you got to get in there and get messy with it, okay? The connection that you have with your masculine here, meeting in the middle, is really about stability. It's really about choosing to dig into this connection, choosing to get messy with it, choosing to take it on, and it can be a burden. There could be family connections here, so maybe you meet at a family. What would that mean? Like it could be a family reunion. It could be, and I'm not going to say that you are familial, maybe it's second cousins or something like that. But what I'm feeling like is that there's something that where you choose to ground yourself into the idea of, I am ready for a relationship, I want to meet somebody. And that might be because you're connected to a family situation. There's the tree is here, the cross is here. Usually those are usually religious and family burdens or weight, okay? So if there's something, and maybe if there is a family, what would like an inheritance, something that bears weight, right? If there is news even that comes through, because there is the conversations that comes through. So this could be, if a family member is dealing with a health situation, you might meet each other at the hospital, okay? The two, masculine and feminine. So just keep an open mind of where you can meet each other, but really what the advice is when you decide that you are okay with being messy with another person, being seen for who you are. And if this is, this situation, if it's family oriented, if it brings you to your knees, if it's really tough, be seen as going through it. Don't try to, keep your emotions in, let them out so that people can see you for who you are. Now we're going to head towards more the masculine now. In this family situation, there's a lot of conversation. So if it is a family health issue, there's going to be a lot of talk. So maybe it's a large family that is dealing with this issue, and it's matriarch or a patriarch issue. But otherwise, this could just be that there's a large family that talks a lot, or if it is a family that's small, there's a lot of conversation in the family. Okay, and also I'm seeing that there's abundance here that's connected to the family for the masculine. So there might be some inheritance, or he might have more family-oriented funds, if that makes sense. He might have, had some money that comes in from the family. Now, what else I'm seeing is that there is a sharpness or a quickness. Maybe he left school, or maybe he's leaving his corporate job. And it was a connection that he had to this. Like maybe the masculine was in a law program where he had committed for a certain number of years but cut that short. Or if he was in a medical program, same thing, he cut that short. Something has been cut. It was a larger opportunity, a larger commitment of time that has been cut short. Might have been a military job, or even education or corporate. Okay, so something's been cut on the masculine side, but there is a some kind of change that's coming from that. Do be careful, masculine, because there has been, again, there's talk around you, but also there might be somebody who is jealous of you being able to change your life around because you've decided to take a different road. Or it could be just side talk, like, doubters, haters who are saying, you're never going to make it out there on your own. You should really go back to this old way of being. But I feel like, masculine, you really know who you are. You're really feeling into who you are, and you're really starting to understand emotionally what your needs are, which is beautiful. So for the masculine, if you really set yourself into being emotionally open, just like we're talking about with the feminine, I think you guys are going to meet somewhere in the middle where it has to do with a family situation or even health. It could be a health club, to be honest, because of that tree being there. But it's some kind of choice where you have to make between the two of you. You have to choose to be seen as vulnerable so that you can find each other. All right. And it's a past life relationship, meaning that you will recognize each other. You'll see each other, feel each other more so. So feminine, try not to strangle strangle the situation to death. Okay, really allow it a space to open up and breathe, and allow yourself space to open up and be. Okay, all right, so let's go to Line Strider. We've got a lot of cards flying around here just to get a little bit of a flavor for Leo February. Okay, let's go. Got the Knight of Wands. So there's a lot of passion here, okay? There's the desire to be passionate together coming in. We have Nine of Pentacles and the Five of Pentacles. So I'm going to go back to the Nine of Pentacles. I feel like is the feminine. Oh, of course, I didn't leave the cards out properly. But we're going to say that this might be the feminine side. This will be the masculine side. Just based on what we went through in the Lenormand spread, is that it feels like the feminine really has been working hard at, winning. She's winning at life, right? She's got the job, the car, the house, the dogs, the family, the friends, all of that. Okay. The masculine, the Five of Pentacles is not feeling included. Okay, not feeling connected, and I feel like the masculine is starting to feel more connected, being in reverse. So whereas in the past he might have gone through, made choices where he thought that was the best choice, and he's decided, nope, that's not for me. And I think that that's why this feeling of feeling disconnected is, he's not feeling that anymore. Okay, there's a feeling of connection because I feel like the masculine is making choices and moving forward in life that in a way that is more authentic to what his needs are. Ooh, the feminine has the Lovers, and now we have the Ace of Swords in reverse. Okay, so we can talk about this being a choice, feminine. Again, we've been talking about this a lot, where you have to open yourself up, be vulnerable, be seen. You can choose one or the other. You can hold yourself back and try to understand what love really is, or you can allow yourself to feel through what love is. The other thing is that you're deeply connected to the desire for love, okay? I feel like you're ready for it, feminines. So allow yourself to be the Lovers, okay? And the Lovers is the Gemini energy. So maybe it's also being communicative, lightening up. And Leos, you're pretty light and carefree as well. But talk a little bit more. Be the Leo who's on stage, okay? Put yourself out there. Be a chatterbox, okay? Enjoy and be social. Masculine, there's a need to be more clear with your words and take a decisive action. I feel like, again, we saw a little bit of that. So don't be swayed by everyone else. Be clear with who you are and what your needs are. Okay, your Ten of Cups is here. This energy, I look at it as the energies that are on the table are at play. If they're in reverse, it just means that there's a stagnancy that we need to address. If it's, if it's positive and turned in reverse. Okay. Now, we've got dreams coming true. We have the Aquarius card. I'm sorry, the Pisces. Pisces is, sorry, yes, it's Aquarius card. We have the, what else? Let me think about this. This is about, I feel like we're going back to this. You know exactly what you want. You want this relationship. This is the missing link of you having, even yourself as the feminine, having the 10 of Cups or the 10 of Pentacles in your life. So I feel like you're really dreaming. You're really working towards having it all. You just need to present yourself as having it all. Continue to present yourself as having it all. Being open and being vulnerable. Masculine, you're perfectly capable of maintaining or attracting even this this emotionally fulfilling relationship, but you have to stay on your purpose. You have to act with your in authentic nature. Make those choices that are best for you, and that are going to show the truth of you, so that you will be seen by your feminine. Four of Cups for the feminine and Knight of Pentacles in reverse. So there's a little bit of dissatisfaction in the feminine, probably because you're not manifesting this love at the time at which you want it. So just know it's, there is some stuff to get worked out, but it is coming, and it's something that you're going to feel very deeply, okay? For the masculine, the Knight of Pentacles, and this could be why feminine, is that there's a slow moving knight here. He's really got to work himself out before he finds you or before you meet him, okay? And you don't want to meet him before he has himself figured out. There's a lot of stuff in reverse on his side, and everything's in the upright on your side. So he just needs some time to step forward, to feel comfortable with all of the energy that he has, and to let himself be known. Okay. Two of Wands. Oh, there we go, some upright. And then the Eight of Pentacles. He's working hard at this, feminine. So give him some space. See him for working hard. So if you meet him and he's not quite upright, right? He doesn't quite have all of his energies together. See him for who he is. Know that he is working on this. Now, don't invest too much until he's ready to move forward, but know that and recognize that in him, because I think if you see the ability that he has to love, to provide, to connect, to be seen, all of the beauty, and even balancing himself in his masculine and feminine, I think that that will give him the courage to step forward and flip all these other cards around. The Two of Wands is that, you have your partnership that you really want to build. We have more Wands energy, more passion, more love. I feel like the feminine is very clear here. And I like that the Empress is rounding us off. The feminine is very clear, and I do like that, because someone has to be clear in all of this. Someone has to lead the way. And I think, Leo feminine, you know exactly what you want, right? You just have to give over the reins so that someone else can take charge, okay? Let someone else figure it out, instead of you having to wrestle it to the ground, so that you don't have to be in charge of it. Let the masculine figure himself out, and he will meet you there. He'll come forward for you, and that will make it so much more ripe, so much more beautiful. This Empress here is the promising energy. This is nurturing, but it's also abundance. It's also nourishing. It's creativity. This is when, this is the taking this baby relationship and allowing it to grow, giving it the nourishing and the development that it really needs, the space, the time. Empress also pretends that there is a pregnancy. So let's look at this whole relationship really coming into fruition in 9 to 10 months. Okay. In 9 to 10 months, this is going to be swimmingly beautiful. It'll be a full baby by that point. Okay. So just give it a little bit of time. Know that you're going to feel exactly what it is. You're going to know exactly what it is as it shows up. So really don't trip on it. Don't worry about it. You're going to be just fine about it. as the feminine, it's all revealing itself. These cards are beautiful. It's just that the masculine is getting over some things, and you just have a little bit more work to do as you are meeting each other, and it's going to be such a beautiful meeting. So that's what I have for you, Leos. I hope you really like this love reading. It's really quite beautiful and supple and lovely. And if you're resonating, please let me know in the comments. And if you like it, just a little click on that button is so wonderful and helpful for me. I really appreciate it so much. So for now, I'm going to send you all of my love. See you next time.